Good morning from Ponte alle Grazie. From this bridge we start a walk that will lead you up on the southern hills of Florence. The statue here is the Common Man by Clet Abrams, one of the most important pieces of street art in Florence. Enjoy the atmosphere of San Nicolò, a small neighborhood full of art and crafts and fantastic places for an excellent aperitif. While we are about to go through the medieval Porta San Miniato, I introduce myself. I'm Laura, and I will take you up to the Piazzale Michelangelo through the fantastic Rose Garden of Florence. A small door for a secret garden that will fill you with wonder and beauty. As you have seen, this garden is full of sculptures by Jean-Michel Folon, so it's perfectly mixing nature and art, as all this tour that we are doing today. Let's climb up a bit more and go out on the rampe. The ramps built by Giuseppe Poggi in the 19th century to connect Florence with its most famous viewpoint. A few more steps to reach the point chosen by Poggi to offer the Florentines and the tourists the best view of Florence possible. From Piazzale Michelangelo we will see Florence at our feet and we will understand how much we have climbed. Can't avoid to take your time to admire the Ponte Vecchio, the river, the cathedral and the big building of Santa Croce and Porta San Nicolò. Leaving the Piazzale, we go up to the bastion of San Miniato through the cypresses and the trees of the Holy Cross Remembrance Park. Through the original gate of the bastion, still surmounted by the Medici coat of arms, we go up again to reach the churchyard of the Romanesque Basilica of San Miniato al Monte. The terraces of the monumental cemetery enjoy a breathtaking view and rest guarded by the beautiful facade of San Miniato, the most ancient church in Florence, consecrated in 1018. Its interiors illuminated by a magical light. It's a treasure chest of marble inlays, Renaissance temples and mystical peace. It's time to go down again to the city gates and then up to that white building in the background, the Belvedere Fortress. We walk the Erta Canina, a quiet street and out of time, surrounded by medieval houses transformed in villas and charming places. That was once an important road connecting the city with the hill of San Miniato and towards Chianti. Nowadays is mostly a pedestrian, steep and grass-covered path open to enchanting view and the sounds of countryside. Steps, climbs and descents are a must of this walk, and that's why I used to name it Art for Fitness. Back to Porta San Miniato, we continue to climb, skirting the medieval walls interspersed with towers and still well preserved. In the northern part of the city, the walls, built by Arnolfo di Cambio, were destroyed in the 80s of 1800 to make room for the avenues that are surrounding the city center. Here instead On the hills south of Florence, the walls are still standing, surrounded by flowers, centenary, olive and mulberry trees, and show proudly their power and the might of Belvedere Fortress. Built between 1590 and 1595 with the name of San Giorgio Fortress by the order of the Grand Duke Ferdinando I and designed by Buontalenti, it was to be the last refuge of the Medicean family in case of grave danger. We return to the city through the medieval gate of San Giorgio, with the bas-relief of San Giorgio killing the dragon in the lunette and the Lily of Florence carved on the keystone. The paved road we are walking is Costa San Giorgio and will take us back to the level of the river via Costa dei Magnoli. Just here, where the deepest descent begins, we find the house where Galileo Galilei lived. A plaque on the wall recalls that these walls saw the writing of the texts that gave rise to the modern science. We continue our descent and finally arrive at the vault that closes Costa dei Magnoli. From here, Ponte Vecchio is really a stone's throw.
The Arno, the Uffizi, and in front of you the Ponte alle Grazie, where we started the tour. And now I have to greet you, and I just hope to meet you in Florence very soon. Can't wait for it.